A person full of bravado and cockiness hardly seems fearful, right? Well, on the outside, perhaps not. But on the inside, there are massive amounts of fear driving their behavior. Stay tuned. Coming up, I discuss how bravado can impact situational awareness. But first, let's hear from our amazing sponsor, Midwest Fire. At Midwest Fire, they know better efficiency results in less waste, and it adds value to every truck they deliver. That's why they have worked hard to implement lean manufacturing processes throughout their factory. Lean manufacturing means a lower cost to build, with the savings passed on to you. To learn more, visit MidwestFire.com. Hello and welcome to the Situational Awareness Matters Show, episode 327. I'm your host, Rich Gassaway. The purpose of this show is to improve situational awareness and decision-making for individuals and teams who work in high-risk, high-consequence, time-compressed environments with changing conditions. The SA Matters mission is simple. We want to help you see the bad things coming in time to prevent bad outcomes. Today's feature segment is sponsored by our new online training platform, Gassaway Virtual Training. We now have 33 online training programs for your members. Some of these programs are live events presented virtually, and some of them are pre-recorded programs. To learn more, visit samatters.com website and click on the Virtual Training tab. All right, let's jump into today's feature segment where I discuss how bravado can impact situational awareness. For the most part, I'm fortunate. The students who attend my situational awareness classes are humble, courteous, and professional. They come to the programs eager to learn, open-minded, and ask really smart questions. Clearly, their focus is on improving their safety. But every once in a while, I get that guy. Now, I'm aware of the gender sensitivity and the potential for strong emotional responses because I use the word guy. But in this case, for better or worse, the behaviors that I'm discussing I have always observed in men and never women. This unto itself may be truly amazing observation, if not the foundation for someone's future doctoral dissertation. You know that guy, the one who somehow, for some reason, thinks that they're bulletproof. Danger trembles in their presence. They wear their underwear on the outside like Superman. He has a truly gripped by bravado. Where do these people come from? Where is the dangerous concoction of ingredients that created this dangerous mindset? The recipe usually includes a big ego, a low self-esteem, extremely overconfident, lucky, complacent, cocky, arrogant, and narcissistic. The situational awareness connection to bravado is the person stricken by this affliction thinks that they're always right. And their decisions are flawless. Even when they're wrong, their decisions are incorrect, they will find a way to excuse it away, or worse, blame someone else for their mistake. If there are clues and cues that do not fit their mental model, their bravado-stricken person will dismiss those as inconsequential, where in fact those clues and cues may be very consequential. They just won't have the ability to see it or accept it. The bravado-stricken person often has their mind made up well in advance of the size up. They are so smart they know what to do based solely on past experiences and perhaps a little bit of information provided by the dispatcher or during a pre-brief. The bravado-stricken individual doesn't accept advice or criticism very well either. It's hard for them, because in their mind, they're always right, and everyone else is wrong. Their situational awareness can be completely flawed, and no one will be able to point it out to them without risking consequence. Okay, who wants to hang out with that guy? No thanks would be my answer. Or worse, who wants to work with that guy? Yeah, I'm thinking not so much. Even worse, who wants that guy as your supervisor? Definitely not. And perhaps the worst of all, who wants that guy to be the head of your organization? No. The person gripped by bravado is likely to have flawed situational awareness as it relates to the risky environment he is working in and the risks that he is exposing you to. Each of us has a limited capacity in our brain for awareness. And that guy, the brain space is being occupied by selfish thoughts and a healthy dose of fear. Fear? A person full of bravado and cockiness hardly seems fearful, right? Well, on the outside, perhaps not. But on the inside, there are massive amounts of fear driving their behavior. Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of consequence, ridicule, criticism, and inadequacy. I don't recommend pointing these fears out to the bravado-stricken person. Trust me, I doubt that they'll appreciate you revealing the motive behind their behavior. In fact, if the person gripped by bravado were to watch or listen to this show, which I doubt they would, you'd know that they would that it would hit a little bit too close to home and they'd probably launch a personal attack against me. Why would they do this? When the message gets a little too close for comfort, the natural reaction is to attack. It's the modus operandi of the bravado-driven individual. Consider these ideas to help when you're working with a bravado-stricken person. Observe the bravado-driven individual. Try to understand what motivates them to behave the way they are. Engage gently. Do not attack their shortcomings. This will only provoke an unpleasant response. Instead, talk about your passion for safety and don't waver from your convictions. Seek support, but don't gang up on the bravado-stricken guy. If he feels backed into a corner, he's likely to come out fighting, which is not the goal. Since 2007, SA Matters instructors have helped more than 1,200 organizations and 87,000 individuals improve high-risk decision-making, including first responders, industrial workers, military personnel, business leaders, medical professionals, utility workers, highway workers, aviation workers, oil refinery operators, and more. If you or someone you care about works in a high-risk, high-consequence, decision-making environment, then we are here to help improve their safety and survival and to help them accomplish the most important mission of all, and that is to go home to the ones who love them. Maybe, just maybe, we're returning to some form of normalcy in the midst of this pandemic. 2 weeks ago, I was invited to deliver a live situational awareness program to the Recruit Academy in Buckley, Washington. It was my first live program since the beginning of March. And the Buckley Fire Chief, Alan Predmore, he's retiring after serving as the chief for 22 years. So he invited me to facilitate a discussion with his members on what to expect when you're expecting the new Fire Chief edition. Now, this really isn't my area of expertise, but I was, throughout my career, hired in from the outside to be the chief in 2 different departments, and quite frankly, I was quite surprised both times with what transpired over the subsequent 6 to 12 months. Let's just say I learned a lot about human behavior through those 2 experiences, and I also made my share of mistakes, not fully realizing the impact new leadership has on a membership. So we had a nice discussion about what they were to expect and to address their questions of what's going to happen when they get a new chief. And congratulations, Chief Predmore, on completing your career and for your long service to the Buckley community. If you're interested in knowing all of our events, past, virtual, postponed, future, they're all listed on the SA Matters website. If you're interested in seeing the list of where we've been or where we're going, just head over to the site and click on Program Dates under the Live Training tab at the top of the homepage. If you're interested in hosting a program virtually or live when the pandemic is over, just click the Contact Us tab on the top of the SA Matters homepage and I'll give you a call. Remember to check the show notes for how to subscribe to our newsletter, how to follow us on social media. There we're sharing ideas about how to improve situational awareness, how to make better decisions under stress, and how to improve the skills of critical thinking and resilient problem solving. Well, that's it. Episode 327 of the Situational Awareness Matters show is complete. Thank you to our amazing platinum sponsor for 6 years now, Midwest Fire. Thank you to our feature segment sponsor, the Gasaway Virtual Training. And thank you to our associate sponsor, Chief Miller. And most importantly, thank you, the listeners and viewers of this show, for sharing some of your valuable time with me today. I really appreciate your support of the SA Matters mission. Be safe out there, and may the peace of the Lord and strong situational awareness be with you always.
You've been listening to the Situational Awareness Matters show with Dr. Richard Gasaway. If you're interested in learning more about situational awareness, human factors, and decision-making under stress, visit his website, samatters.com. If you're interested in booking Dr. Gasaway for a program, or if you would like to be a guest on his show, click the Contact Us tab at the top of the homepage.